Welcome back to Yvette's View, where we vibe high on good high vibrations. And as is promised, today is the first installment, the first episode of my journey from 3D to sovereignty. And this day is very special and significant because on this day, July 8th, 4 years ago, my daddy decided to leave this realm. And when that happened, my whole world changed. And I mean, from having him here, taking care of him, till no longer having to do that, and even trying to resuscitate him to bring him back and not let him go. Even though his wishes were not to resuscitate. But, I'm hard-headed. Again, I'm spoiled, and I was selfish. But I thought if I did have a little time, just a little bit more time left, what would be the harm in it, right? And during that moment of giving him mouth to mouth, I felt his energy transfer from his body into me. I did not know at that moment that that was the beginning of my journey. I did know that how he was and how his demeanor was and how he carried himself during times like this. He was emotionless. He didn't have a lot of emotion. He didn't fall apart. He didn't cry. Well, as you know, I used to tell him, as I said in my beginning introductory, that I told him I wouldn't make it if anything happened to him. Well, here I am, making it and thriving and going beyond what I even thought I could do. This time, this day that I get to celebrate, I didn't know then that he had work for me to do, right? All I knew was the man who had been here for me from day one, who spoiled me, who protected me, who guarded me with his life, gave me such a sense of security that I walked around this realm, this 3D, with no fear from anyone because of his presence. And now his presence physically is not here with me. And initially I thought, I can't break down right now. Initially, when the paramedics got there and asked us a few questions, asked us about, was there a DNR on file? And that's when I knew, that's when it was sealed for me that they couldn't do anything because of that paper and because of his request. So even if we wanted, them to do something. By law, they weren't able to do anything. My son, who is certified, mind you, in CPR, couldn't do anything. And automatically I just jumped into this mode. I like, you pump, I'll blow. So it was a joint effort. But it was something about that mouth to mouth that literally gave me charge, gave me energy, gave me his spirit, gave me his essence, gave me his strength, his power, his endurance, his mindset, if you will, of only the strong survives. And now it's all on you, because everyone's gonna need you. And because I was that person to my family, where I was the one that was stable and gonna always be there, no matter what anyone's mindset or thought of what my life looked like to them, I was at least the one who they could depend on, that they could count on, and that was going to always be there. As I'm trying to get through this particular day and honoring what my dad gave to me while he was here and what he passed on to me as he was leaving, he gave me life twice. And for that, I'm grateful. I didn't anticipate any emotions at this point. I thought I could just tell my story. And I'm going to get through this because this is just the first episode of how my life started to change. But as I go back in time and relive those moments, that was the best gift my daddy could have ever given me, was his essence and his energy. But what was also very interesting at that time too was I kept thinking about what he would say and what he would think about all of this that was going on. And I literally found myself laughing that same day on July 8th. I would say probably around 3 o'clock, I was talking about things that he would say right now if he saw everyone falling apart the way they were falling apart and carrying on and just doing all the extra. He would literally probably be cussing them out. That's just how he was. Because if you didn't show him that while he was here, the hell away with you with all this extra that you're doing now. He's not falling for it. I mean, he kept warning us all, especially in my family. He was like, he would have a song, as I would say, he'd have a song that he would say, "What are you gonna do when I'm gone?" And I'd be like, why do you keep doing that? And why do you keep threatening me with that? And, you know, it's, again, as I can have those sentimental moments and then I can have these laughter moments of how he would be and what he would say and what he would do. I'm honoring my father, Jimmy Wayne Smith Sr., today for giving me life twice. My new life began on to this new journey July 8th, 2021, 4 years ago. And from there, it was a whirlwind from then until now. But I'm grateful for every moment now. I didn't know what was happening then. I was just living my life at that time and just trying to move on and trying to continue on in honoring him the best way that I could. Still wanting to honor this man, and was going to honor this man that, again, gave me a gift I could never repay. The best way I can repay him is by honoring him, keeping his name alive and well, and sharing him with you all. And here I go again. So with that being said, family, I'm going to leave it here. Episode 2 coming soon. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification. Continue to vibe high on good high vibrations. Peace.